Can I say it? 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Zen Podcast. I'm Roman.
I'm Zen.
And this is the Zen Podcast. So
we're doing the...
What are we doing?
The Just Us 2 podcast today. So this is the... What the fuck we be calling this?
The Buddha Bros.
The Buddha Bros podcast.
It's the Buddha Bros podcast today. It's a side piece of the
Zen podcast conglomerate.
Okay, so the Zen Podcast is Cuddy Dubs, right?
Cuddy Dubs.
DJ Memphis, Roman, and Zen, right? That's the entire Zen Podcast, right? And we've got Uncommon Sense with Cuddy and Memphis, which is their thing, right? And we have the Buddha Bros, which is Zen and I. So that
Zen
is that.
and I. Sounds like Gemini.
We're not going into the Star Wars conversation right now.
We're not going into the Stars conversation?
Star Wars conversation right now.
Why Star Wars? What do you mean? What?
Gemini?
I thought Gemini was like a...
Isn't it a thing?
I thought Gemini was like a...
We're not going into that shit either. We have to
like
bring...
You're either like a Squiditarius or whatever.
We have to
or
bring
Gemini.
Sarah into the podcast for that one.
Okay. See, I don't be knowing about... Like, I don't know what
She knows about that shit.
I don't know what my sun rising is. Or whatever.
Sun. Rising?
Sun.
Rising.
Rising. Man, y'all rising, son.
Oh, rising, son. Anyway, look. So, this week. How's your week been?
It's been good, and I do want to ask something. We originally had planned to have the full podcast conglomerate today, but I guess they got tied up. Are we stealing the topics?
Stealing what topics?
The topics that were presented in the chat this week. You didn't even look at them hoes, did you?
I did, but I forgot them because I'm a fucking retard.
But while you're looking at those, how's your week been?
I asked you first. Go.
Week's been good. A lot of fucking wedding shit. The wedding's in a month. The wedding's in a month as of like less than a month. It was a month on Friday. Yeah. It was a month from Friday.
Fuck, dude. How you feeling about that?
It's cool because finally everything's like set. Like I didn't even have a suit yet.
I know.
At the time, like I was still trying to figure out what the fuck I was gonna wear. Like homegirl had her dress and everything already.
I know, dude. That's fucking insane.
I know. It's just because I'm a little more pickier.
You're also a fucking procrastinating piece of shit.
It's a little bit of both.
Which is why it is what time and we're barely recording this fucking podcast?
No, that's fucking your fault.
That's not my fault.
It's your fault.
How is it my fault?
You've been bullshitting over there. Going through my closet trying things on.
Motherfucker. We were setting up and shit.
I was setting up while you were over there in my closet.
Yeah, but you woke up at what time, motherfucker? I was
9:30.
I was up.
I know, but I went to sleep mad late.
Dog, I went to sleep late too. What you talking about?
Yo, but I was at the strip club though.
What? Were you?
Oh, did I not even tell you?
You didn't tell me.
Yo, I was fucking with bitches last night.
You were fucking with bitches last night, dog?
Bro, I was over there, dead ass. The funny thing, while we're talking about, I dropped my drink so many fucking times that night.
Last night?
Last night.
What do you mean? What happened? What the fuck?
I was drinking, and then like the tables are fucking stupid. I blame the tables.
This?
The one that I always used to say, just so we don't put it on blast. The one when I was younger and I thought that it was a chicken strip place.
God damn it. Is it good? It looks like a good place. No, not the fucking chicken strip.
I was like, I didn't taste the chicken strip.
No, I was talking about the bitches, dog.
There was some good bitches there on the low.
Good ass pussy.
Some wops.
Some motherfucking wops.
I saw some buckets of mops.
For those motherfucking wops.
Yeah, that pretty much here's what they would. Okay, I know they're sanitizing because this is actually a good question to figure out. I was wondering how strip clubs are going to work in the pandemic.
Okay.
You can't, when you're close to the stage, if you're like around them, you have to wear a mask. And they'll tell you, if you're up there, just chilling, they'll come, can you put your mask on? Okay.
Like,
yeah, have your mask on.
I'm trying to get some pussy though. They're like,
yeah, but they're like, we don't want any pussy particles going into your face. Mask on.
Yeah.
Fuck it, mask off. But
mask.
So you have to wear the mask when you're doing that.
Yeah.
And then their fucking tables are so stupid. It's one of those tables. It's like a circular table.
Yeah.
And it has like just one thing that holds it. So it's like, think about like a fucking lollipop or some shit. But so it's like anytime I would do this, since there's no support here, it would tip. Like anytime I had to do something. Stop leaning on the
fucking table.
Anytime, like if I was doing anything, those tables are mad fucking floppy.
You get a lap dance?
No. But
capping.
I'm not capping. No cap.
No cap. Don't throw off that fucking cap right now.
Especially when I have like my headphones on and my hair is fucking disgusting. So I kept on spilling my fucking drinks. Okay.
Stupid
and so
ass.
now I have WAM, wet ass money. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it.
And then the problem with it too, for one, it's not easy to throw wet money.
Fuck no.
Then once you do throw said wet money, it's just sticking to bitches.
God damn it.
It's just
Son of a
sticking to
bitch.
bitches.
It's just like what the fuck? Who's throwing sticky money, you motherfuckers?
Yeah, which one of you motherfuckers?
Who's throwing
They're like,
sticky ass money?
but afterwards, then they'll basically got the motherfucking bucket and a mop and wet ass pussy clean themselves for the next thing.
Well, they don't even need the fucking bucket, dog. They just need the mop because that wet ass pussy's dripping all over the fucking floor.
True, they're just
mop that fucking shit up with all that pussy juice, dog.
True.
Chilling.
There was sanitizing and stuff.
Why do you think you never brush your teeth after you eat pussy? It's sanitary as fuck.
True. It's kind of like soap because it's self-cleaning. Because the pussy be cleaning itself.
That's facts, dog. That is fucking facts.
I feel you on that. But yeah, that was interesting. It was an interesting experience in a pandemic for sure to see how that whole thing works.
Strippers wearing masks.
Yeah.
God damn it. That must have been a turnoff.
They would try to make them. They wore masks at certain times when they needed to wear masks. So like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? There was that whole thing. But yeah, I don't know. Pandemic shit's weird. I mean, like going to that brewery and seeing how they were having to deal with their social distancing stuff. Cause it's like pretty much the way things are happening now is if you can prove, doesn't matter how, doesn't matter what it is, that more than 50% of the income is not from alcohol, then you're straight.
Huh. So are they selling food at well, we can shout out this brewery.
Yeah.
Right.
At Brash. Yeah.
Brash?
They were,
are they selling food there?
they had like a taco truck there, but then they're also doing tours and they're also doing like
Oh,
other
that's pretty
shit.
cool. Because they usually don't do shit like that.
No. And
Pre-pandemic, the Brash is a Houston brewing company, by the way. They're a really fucking cool place. Because they have like arcade games and shit, but they have like old arcade games.
well, they took most of them out. There was only 2. There was 2 arcade games. Here's how it was.
Probably for Corona purposes.
Of course, this is how it is right now.
They
They rearranged everything. The bars moved. Like
What?
it's like instead of there, it's like over here. And then they moved a bunch of shit around. They took out most of the arcade games except for 2. The jukebox wasn't there.
What?
Yeah. It was silent as fuck. We had to tell the bartender like if there was a way to play music, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can. I'll put it through my iPad and it goes through the speaker or whatever."
Yeah.
And then he started playing music, but that was the thing. And then they only had 2 arcade games.
Shall we just before we keep going? Shall we describe to our crowd to our listeners what Brash is? It's a brewing company.
Yeah, so it's a local brewery out of Houston.
We support your local businesses. We love to support our local businesses, especially like people who are like making their own shit.
Yeah.
So Brash is a brewing company. They brew their shit here in Houston, and really fucking cool place. Pre-pandemic, it's still cool when you went.
I mean, it's still cool, just not the same. I'm just hoping it can get back to normal. But
Hopefully
basically,
it gets back to normal.
Super cool place if you're into like metal and stuff because it's a jukebox literally full of metal, like just metal.
Sick. It's sick as fuck.
Like just metal music in a jukebox. A bunch of old games, like the old Hoop games, those old Pac-Man games, old Galaga games. All
that stuff. They got skee ball, all that shit.
Yeah, and then they have the foosball table. So here's how it was right now. It was only 2 arcade games, the foosball table, and a pool table for some reason.
Oh, Daddy was telling me about that.
Yeah. There was a pool table and we were playing pool. Yeah. And the pool's free. It's not like you got to put like coins or anything in there. Yeah. It's just a regular pool table with the balls out and stuff. And so that was cool. It was fun. The beers, of course, they're still doing their thing. They're still brewing. They're still
delicious ass beer.
Still some delicious ass motherfucking beers there.
Motherfucking home beer.
Some motherfucking barley and shit.
Shouts out to Brash.
Shouts out Brash. So one time for the one time.
But all these local businesses, dude. I mean, I'm surprised that a lot of them are still. I mean, I'm very glad that a lot of them are still open. I'm sure some of them had some assistance.
Well, they had like their crew down to like a skeleton crew. Like a lot of the people that are there
are still there.
He hasn't been for a little bit.
Really?
He's probably gonna come back, but pretty much they're dealing with like the girl who does sales and is always there doing sales and goes around and stuff. She's working the bar. Because they're just keeping the people they need because they're like, it's like
those are absolute essential people to the business.
Exactly. It's just their skeleton crew.
They're the backbone of the fucking of the whole brewing company, So I think it's insane. The Big Easy, I don't even know if are they still open? I don't know actually.
I haven't been to that whole main
really
because it's a bar. That's a bar. The bars are a little.
It's like a bar, like blues club type of establishment. But listen, the thing is, I don't know. It's just a lot. There was that thing going on at the beginning of the pandemic of like, okay, you can get a loan from us, and then after all this shit, you can pay us back. But the thing is, like, we don't know how long this shit's gonna last. It's still going on. It's not as prominent in the media as it was before, but it's still definitely a huge issue.
I think we definitely have to wear your mask. Went to 75% capacity in restaurants and stuff,
and I think that's fucking stupid.
But it took us a long time to get there. We're chilling at 50% capacity for a few months.
Yes, but why aren't we still in 25% capacity? I think the fact that that's why we hit that red level, because of the fact that we kept opening shit up and opening shit up. It's hard because people keep letting in more people and keep letting in more people. And yes, I understand that there's businesses that are
they got to make a living. They got to try. Yeah. It's hard. It's like and here's the thing: is what I think is if we can set the stipulations in the way where basically, okay, this is what you got to do. You got to have these people at this point. Maybe you can do it out. Like whatever you need to do to get it going, we need to get it going because that's the only way these businesses are going to survive. And especially when they're not wanting to help anymore, it's just a thing. So like, we just need to get to that point where we can kind of like tell us whatever you need us to do. Do we need to be outside? We'll start doing shit outside. And do we need to have this?
Yeah,
we'll do this. But just tell us what we need to do so we can get the fuck back to work.
Because that's what we need.
That's the only way the economy is going to go. How can we get back to work
and keep people safe?
Yes.
And healthy.
But I want it to not be politicized. I want it to just be the truth.
And that's the problem is because this happened at the worst possible time it could happen. It happened during election season. So every person is like,
using this for their
like you guys are all depressed and shit because you can't go anywhere. You guys are all, stuck at the house and this and that. Well, you know what? If you make me president, if you elect me as your official, or if you reelect me, well, I'll make it nice and easy for you guys to go out during this pandemic situation, right? Or they'll have different views on the pandemic. They'll discuss different like ways that we can improve during the pandemic, right?
It's weird because like it is a tool now of like, well, what are you going to do for this? This is becoming one of those like your policies have to now include what you would do to help us bounce back from this situation.
And I think
what we can do to like get us in a better place. There's just a lot of stuff that now needs to be put in place. And now we're going to be looking at our candidates for those policies and the fact that they have to start implementing them now. And the fact that things about this pandemic are getting politicized.
But do you know who really fucked up during this situation? And it could have helped them. And Bernie Sanders. Who I'm talking about, Bernie motherfucking Sanders.
He fucking makes me so mad.
Because he was our hope.
And he was the one implementing a lot of this shit or wanting to implement a lot of the shit that we're having to implement now because of this.
But then the moment this shit came up, he shut his fucking mouth, didn't speak a fucking word.
He bounced and like maybe said something to Cardi or whatever, and that was it.
That's it. That's all he did. What the fuck's Cardi gonna do?
Who the fuck gives just like that? I mean, who the fuck gives a fuck about what Cardi B thinks at a time like this?
No one. No one gives a fuck. Absolutely no one gives a fuck. If her pussy's not wet, no one cares.
Well, let's get into it. Let's get into that.
Why do you think I brought it up?
Let's get into the motherfucking shit. All right, so we're stealing their fucking. I don't give a fuck. We're stealing their topics this week because we're probably not gonna like. They're probably not gonna be prominent topics by next week.
That's how the fucking media works, bro. We'll have new topics next week. Shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep going.
So, Cardi B files for divorce.
Really?
TMZ reports that they saw the filings and shit like that, and she's filing for divorce, and it's kind of like she's the defendant, or no, he's the defendant, she's the plaintiff. So it's like she is divorcing him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's her that's being like,
and she's like, "Hey, I'm fucking done with you, man. Like I don't want."
So, but because it wasn't something that was announced by them, it was found out by TMZ. No one knew what was going on. No one actually had any sort of like, all they knew is that there was divorce papers filed. And that was it. So just the fact that you just know, hey, they're divorcing.
So we don't know any background information, like why.
Now we do. We have some.
Do we?
She like addressed it on live or something. She basically said that she was tired of arguing all the time. People grew apart. They don't see eye to eye. She's been with this person for a long time.
All the cliche shit that people say when they're getting a divorce.
I guess, yeah. Like I've been with this person for a long time. I've been with this man for 4 years. Had a child with him. Held a household with him, and people grow apart. There's just it's hard when you don't see eye to eye all the time, and
he's just not maintaining that motherfucking WAP, dog.
Now, a good point brought up by.
That's why she had to fucking release WAP and be like, "Yo, to all you motherfuckers out there that want the motherfucking WAP, you can get the motherfucking WAP." And then TMZ was like,
okay, but I have a question about this. If that is the case, right? Because I had seen an interesting tweet or something where someone said she can find herself another Offset easily.
Oh yeah, it's no fucking
finding another Cardi
is very difficult.
So who do you think's worth now that we've seen? Like, who do you ship Cardi with right now?
Who do I ship Cardi with or Offset with?
Cardi with. Because like now I'm thinking she's kind of jumped. She's kind of jumped to a new place, and I think like. All right, so when you see Jay-Z and Beyonce, you're like, oh shit,
perfect.
Well, even Kanye West and Kim, you're just like, oh shit. What guy is different with girls and guys? It always seems like guys get these status symbol women. Like the only person that I think fits for Drake legacy wise is Rihanna, and it's not. I mean, whatever that whole thing was coming up, but. Legacy wise, it only makes sense for him to be with Rihanna
or Nicki Minaj.
Not even anymore. And Nicki Minaj is now married with that Ken guy. Maybe back in the Young Money prime when he was talking a lot about it,
they would have been perfect.
But she's surpassed that kind of like.
She's like
Drake's in another league now.
Yeah.
And
more
and his legacy plays have been playing out better.
It's more like Drake surpassed that.
Yes,
whole
and
thing. Nicki kind of just stayed where.
Oh, and then kind of started dwindling down.
She's
a legendary rapper, but as far as
she's content with where she's at.
Well, I don't know. She doesn't. Here's my biggest problem with Nicki. She doesn't evolve.
She stays. Yeah, she basically just keeps releasing similar.
She hasn't had her like 444 moment, and. Like, bitch, you're married now. Like, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm waiting for you to be reflective, not just like
kind of like
release these pop songs about
because
like
that's how it happens. That's what's supposed to happen is whenever you mature as a person in the world of music. Let's just talk about the world of entertainment as a whole. You start off very immature, correct? Usually, right? You start off young.
Yeah, I mean, it's a young person's game.
Exactly. Then you start evolving and evolving. And if you're really good, you catch, right? You catch and you keep going with that. And people are like, oh, this person. That's what happened with Nicki Minaj. She was releasing a bunch of shit. She had a bunch of hits and she was big. She was booming. She was the best female rapper out there, right? There's so many fucking female rappers out there that are outshining her. It doesn't matter anymore. And now she's with this normie ass dude, right? Doesn't matter. He's not a part of the industry whatsoever, is he? No, right?
No, but
he's not a part of the industry at all.
Yeah, but it's two things that allow him. That I give him the pass. I guess it's because of her. She now gets to be Miss Petty. Literally, like she gets to be Miss Petty because of that.
His last name's Petty.
Yes, and his name is Ken, and she's always been Barbie. So Barbie finally got her Ken.
That's pretty fucking
So those are the two things where I'm like, all right, those things, only reason that it's like, okay.
Well, yeah, that's a pass. Anyway, so listen, right? The young people's game, you catch, you evolve, right? And then everybody has their dwindle down, right? Eminem had his dwindle down, correct? Yes or no, right? And that was around when he was maturing as an artist. And people don't like to see that phase in their life when they're maturing as an artist and they start experimenting more with certain things because they're growing up.
Well,
and
it
they're having
depends too.
experience.
Eminem's is a different situation
I
because
understand that.
it was drugs and then no more drugs. And so then it's in that weird place where we're like, fuck, man, we liked you better when you did drugs.
Yeah, like it's better for you personally, but we want the good content that you got from doing drugs. But listen, with the Nicki situation, it's like she went through her whole span. And usually when you mature, like when Kanye matured, he had kids and all that stuff. He released Life of Pablo, stuff like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean Kanye never like
he never had it.
Is just weird, and I don't know. But
you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
In his mature life, he released something great, something really fucking good. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nicki's hitting that part of her mature life. She's married. Does she have a kid?
No, I think she's pregnant.
Okay.
Because she was pregnant in that video.
She's getting into that part of her life, correct? Where the fuck's the content that we need?
Maybe here's what I'm thinking that it'll come once the child's born. I think that.
Well, yeah. I mean, that happened to Cardi.
Cardi B?
Yeah. She had a kid.
Yeah, but we also haven't heard. Actually, yeah, we have heard a few songs since she had a kid, but it's not changing her content that much, to be honest.
It doesn't matter. It's just.
I just think it makes for better lines for her because she's like, now, like, okay, top lines.
It also makes outside of the studio content.
Hold on, top line regarding to her baby on that Money song.
Yeah,
she's like, I got a kid. I need some money. Yeah, I need cheese for my egg.
Cheese for my egg?
Her egg is the child.
Oh, cheese for
I need cheese for my egg. And you be putting cheese on eggs?
Yeah.
It's like, I need that motherfucking cheddar for my egg.
Good ass double entendre, I will say.
So, I
fuck with that. I didn't even, it takes a while to catch, but once you know, you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
But like, you get what I'm saying?
But we also went way off the topic of who do you ship Cardi with? Because now you have to think like, who would be that person? Because like, okay, Megan was another one of those people that I'm like, she deserves to be with like an elite. And then it was like Moneybagg Yo. And then it was like the whole speculation with the whole G-Eazy thing. There was like a Wiz Khalifa thing. There was the Tory Lanez thing, and I'm like, none of those people, other than maybe Wiz, are truly elite.
Wiz is a god,
but Wiz has like a child, and Wiz is on a different wave. Wiz isn't even really on that whole thing. I feel like
he doesn't care anymore. He just wants to live his life.
So, like, who do you think it could be? It could definitely not be Drake. Cardi could never be with a Drake.
No, fuck no. I don't think so at all.
I don't think. I'm trying to think about like the way she is. Who would be like? Because that's another thing too. Is by the way she is, someone has to be able to like deal with that.
Well, yeah. We always talk about life's all about balance. So somebody needs to balance that shit out, right? Who's going to balance that shit out, but be able to tolerate it at the same time?
I don't know. I think it's like
we need to come to a conclusion by the end of this episode.
I'm just trying to like think of like who do we have as holding elites right now, and like who
does it have to be a rapper? I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't have to be a rapper. Like I couldn't see her. Even the people.
Could you see her with an older man?
A little bit older.
Idris Elba.
I couldn't. I feel like
I think I could see her with Idris Elba. That guy's a fucking badass, dude.
I don't know. What about? I mean. The person, for some reason, this came in my head, but you also have to think about like who would look.
That's what I'm saying. I think he would look perfect with her.
Because like,
you know who I'm talking about?
I think so.
The guy from the Old Spice commercials.
Oh,
that's also a badass actor.
I don't know.
He's a badass, dude. I fucking love that guy.
Yes, but I don't know if I can see him with Cardi.
He's so chill, and I feel like he can tolerate a piece of shit like Cardi. No,
because even when I look at the elites, like it can't be ASAP.
Fuck no, ASAP wouldn't fuck with that.
I can see. I mean, to be honest, I think are they a thing? Are Rihanna and ASAP Rocky a thing?
Dude, I don't know. I could see it. I could see it happening.
Well, I had heard rumors, and then they did a fucking video. But she's also. I could see it be. He's also he's on the men's side of the Fenty Skin, so. Yeah, exactly. He's like a.
So they could
what do they call that?
Partners.
What the fuck do you like? Kind of like an influencer, I guess, or.
Yeah.
Endorsed.
Yeah. He's endorsed by Fenty.
Partner. I guess they call it partner.
I guess so. But he's a business. I see that more as a business partnership than anything. But it could definitely be something that they are great together. I'm just waiting for
who's crazy. Who's wild.
I'm just waiting for Lana and Rocky to fuck.
Like, what if it was like I could see Cardi maybe with like a like The Game or something.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think it's too much wildness.
But see, sometimes if the wildness is good, and if they stay wild, then they make content. I think.
But
imagine The Game.
He was already. Offset wasn't that wild. You got to think about that.
I know, but maybe that's why it didn't work.
Huh? That's true.
Maybe he was too wild in other ways because it seemed like he kept things low key, but he had those cheating scandals.
He did.
Imagine
maybe
this.
The Game. I could understand
so
that.
By what Young Thug said, The Game was a male stripper once.
Was he that why he's always like fucking showing his wiener line on fucking Twitter?
Yes. So The Game is was a male stripper. So imagine Cardi B, The Game OnlyFans.
Holy shit. And Cardi was also a stripper before too.
I'm saying
they have a lot to talk about.
I'm gonna get some more water real quick, and then we're gonna get right back into this.
We're just gonna take a break, and we're gonna get back to this.
All right. Anyways, welcome back. And
they didn't put cinnamon in this shit.
Are they hoeing? They're hoeing.
Fuck Starbucks. This podcast is brought to you by Starbucks.
This podcast is brought to you by not Starbucks.
Not Starbucks. This podcast is brought to you by every other coffee shop in Houston. Support your local motherfucking businesses. You dig?
Yeah. Shouts out Buzz and Bite. Shouts out Black Hole.
Shouts out Black Hole. Shouts out Agora. Shouts out fucking. Shouts out Green Tea. Shouts out Kenny's Asian Vegan Cuisine.
Hold on. Shouts out Coral Sword Coffee Shop.
Shouts out Coral Sword. Shouts out The Beer Garden. Shouts out Brash. Shouts out Harold's. Shouts out Jubilee. Shouts out Man Ready. All those motherfuckers. We love y'all. If y'all are listening to this shit, you don't even have to fucking sponsor us. Just say what's up, and we got you, dude. We'll talk about you guys. Support your local motherfucking businesses. Shouts out Powerhouse of Purity. Follow Powerhouse of Purity on Instagram.
Shouts out Strange Scenes HTX.
Shouts out Strange Scenes HTX. Much motherfucking love to our local businesses. Support your local businesses. Shouts out to the Houston Farmers Market. Shouts out to Grinnell. Shouts out to Elbow Leo. Shouts out to Golden Seafood. All those motherfuckers. We love you guys. Let's get back into this motherfucking podcast.
So, I guess The Game. So yeah. The Game Cardi OnlyFans. I think he would always be posting those dick print pics. Remember?
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying.
He was posting dick print pics,
and like obviously they're thirst traps.
There's
right?
only one more person that I could think.
They're thirst traps, and they're working because I'll be scrolling through Twitter again. I follow The Game on Twitter, and I'll be scrolling through Twitter, and I see that you liked all those the dick print posts, right? So, and on his Instagram. So obviously the thirst trap is working for even straight men like you that are liking these that are liking these posts, and that are it's just so obviously it should be working for women too. So I think that for Cardi and The Game, she's always posting thirst traps. She's a fucking thirst trap queen. She's the fucking person that always does that shit, right? So I think these two people that are very thirsty should drink some motherfucking water.
What about only person? I think Young Thug would be a good proponent, but I think he's too skinny.
Way too skinny.
But the problem
Cardi's
is,
got a big fucking ass.
But you also have to realize Cardi only like 5'3".
She's 5'2". It's even smaller.
I Googled it. It was 5'3".
Well, I Googled it, and did she fucking grow an inch?
All right.
Did she grow an inch?
Google battle.
We're doing this shit.
Cardi B height.
How tall is Cardi B? She's 5'3".
5'3", bitch. I fucking said.
Fuck you. Oh, Nicki Minaj is 5'2".
Yeah, see.
Megan Thee Stallion is 5'10". That fucking tall ass.
Because look, Offset was 5'9".
Really?
Yeah, so Offset was 5'9". Let's see how tall Young Thug is.
Young Thug's
6'3". So maybe he's not as like.
How tall is The Game?
The Game's not that tall. Oh, actually, he's probably like 6 feet.
Oh,
6'4".
6'4". Holy shit.
Damn.
So
Nipsey Hussle was 6'3". May he rest in peace.
DJ Khaled is 5'7". He's a fucking ugly piece of shit, dude. If he was tall, maybe that fat fuck would be attractive, but he's not. He's just fat 'cause he's short.
So Damn, because that's crazy. Hold on.
You know DJ Khaled doesn't eat pussy?
I know.
And then fucking Nicki Minaj called him out on his
that
shit.
song.
It was like, no. She's like, man, I didn't know there was something that fat motherfucker didn't eat.
Well, she also said
like
in that Barbie Dreams, song where it was like a rip on that like other song, she goes, DJ Khaled, something, whatever the line is, but it ends with, ain't no fat fuck telling me what he ain't eating.
Oh, then it's that.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I was talking about. So I think that's fucking hilarious that she just called him out.
So now I'm thinking about it.
Not only did she call him out for being a fat fuck and being a risk for the coronavirus for the rest of us, that fat fuck.
Stop. I get so heavily. I'm getting a little offended because I get literally people look at me and then compare me to DJ Khaled. So now I'm starting to feel
you're nowhere near as fat as DJ Khaled. That fat fuck.
I wonder how fat he is. We should.
That fat fuck. Anyway, so he's a risk for the corona. He's putting the rest of us at risk because he's so fucking fat, right? And to top it off, he doesn't eat pussy. The self-cleansing grail of the soul,
the healthiest thing he could probably eat,
the female reproductive organ. He doesn't consume the one fucking thing that you should be eating.
The one thing that probably has no calories.
You fat fuck. The one thing you should be eating. The one thing you should be fucking eating. And if you're listening to this, DJ Khaled, fuck you. How
many calories is in a session of pussy eating?
None. Absolutely none. And you know how much protein there is? So much. Because the levels. The levels of what's that shit called?
The pH. You're consuming all that pH.
No. The shit in a man. The fucking not estrogen. That's for women.
Testosterone.
The testosterone that flows through your fucking body when you're eating pussy, dude, is more than any protein shake can give you. More than any creatine can give you.
That's true. You ever shave and then eat some pussy and you just watch as you're eating pussy, your hair start growing back?
You start fucking growing a big fucking man beard, dude. So, with that being said, you fat fuck, that's why you're a fat fuck, because you don't have any testosterone in your body to burn off all that fucking fat because you're not eating pussy. Because all I eat is what do I eat?
I'm not talking about your dumbass plants and pussy shit.
Plants and pussy is all I be eating. Shouts out to Powerhouse of motherfucking Period.
I'm pretty sure I saw you have like a not plant once.
A not plant? An eggplant?
Yo. Is driving stick shift gay?
Yes.
I thought so. People try to act like it's gay to not drive stick shift.
Because
here's my thing. If you need to play with the shaft to get a ride, that's gay.
It's gay as fuck.
That's gay. Like, am I wrong?
Dog, you're not wrong on that one.
I gotta play with the shaft
to ride. And all right, what if someone's telling you to go to where they are? What do they say?
Come. Damn.
So to come, you got to play with the shaft. To come, to ride and come.
Damn.
To ride and come, you got to play with the shaft.
If someone said, "Hey, come,"
and be like, "All right,
I'll give you a ride, but you got to play with my shaft." That'd be gay.
That'd be gay as fuck.
Be mad gay.
I agree.
I just wanted to point that out there. I've been thinking a lot about this because I was wondering. Because I want to know, because I've been looking at like cars and stuff, and I was like, there's some stick shift ones, and I was like, should I learn to drive stick shift? But then I'm like, that's gay,
dog. And you already know anybody who's going to be teaching you how to drive stick shift is going to be what?
A gay. A gay.
A gay. Exactly.
That's true.
A gay dude.
Bruh.
Unless a bitch is teaching you
I think lesbians aren't gay. Not that lesbians aren't gay. Sorry. Not that lesbians aren't gay, but I don't think lesbian is sin. Because it says a man shall not lay with another man. Don't say nothing about no woman laying with another woman. It does not say bitch shall not lay with other bitch or nothing like that. That's not in there.
You heard it first thing.
It's not. That's the reason we are all right with it.
So
because God said it's okay. That's God's favorite shit.
God loves when women eat box.
Yo.
Think about that shit.
Yeah, because if you think about it, it's mad invasive to be a gay man. You know, you either gotta get fucked in the ass or fuck in the ass. You know what I mean? But it's super like women, they're just like, oh, just use the same shit y'all got.
Yeah.
Oh, just eat the box.
Fuck it.
Oh, just put the box amongst other boxes. You know,
I mean, if you wildin',
you know, whenever they put the two boxes together,
just bitches be out here like, if you wildin', and I know someone's gonna edit this shit and make it seem like I said this shit, but if you know, if these hoes wildin', these box munching hoes just wildin', be like, you can go ahead and peg me, you know.
That's true.
I already know someone's gonna.
I'm cutting it. I'm gonna do it.
I know somebody's gonna cut that shit and just be like, just record me saying, yeah, you can go ahead and peg me.
I'm gonna put I'm snipping that and putting that out as the promo.
Put it in the fucking put it in the fucking I don't care. Put it on the fucking Instagram. People are gonna be like, wait, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
How the fuck did that happen? Yeah. So in conclusion,
not only is that gay, but incestual in this situation.
In conclusion to this conversation about eating pussy and how lesbian bitches be out here.
It wasn't even. It was a conversation about Cardi B.
DJ Khaled is a fat fuck. DJ Khaled, go to djkhaledisafatfuck.com.
So now I'm thinking it has to be Young Thug because the game is too fucking tall. Because 6'4" is a foot and an inch taller than Cardi. Imagine.
That is some height. I'll tell you that. It's probably his dick holding him up. But
yo, what if his dick was holding him down?
Dude, what if he's supposed to be like a basketball player, like 6'7"?
But his dick weighed too much.
His dick weighs too much, so he slouches a lot.
And not only that, he can't get his hops right because of it. Like he can't really dunk because he keeps on stepping on his dick when he comes down.
Or homeboy takes a Viagra pre-game, and
pre-game game.
And that shit just elevates his fucking game, dog. He's just standing on that fucking wiener.
Yo, how crazy would it be if you could use, you do like an alley-oop or whatever. You know, you do one of those things.
And you use your fucking dick to get you up there.
Look, no. You jump, throw it, go over the basket. What? It comes down. Hold on. Goes over the basket. And they think, oh man, but nope. It comes down and he does one of those dick flexes.
God damn it.
Slaps the ball up. Boom. Swish.
Damn, bro.
How hard of a play would that be?
Swish. It would be all over ESPN. That shit would be literally on every fucking broadcast network.
You just see the gif of the dick slapping the ball.
It's like it'd be on like fucking what's it called? Tumblr. It's just like, you know, everybody likes Tumblr gifs. Tumblr gifs are the best fucking gifs out there. So
people literally, if that happened, you know how many memes of shooting my shot like memes would be?
God damn it!
Shooting my shot like
fucking. Just fucking. You ever dick slap a bitch?
No, because you know what I'm saying, there's a height differences. I don't have like a foot on.
You never dick slap a bitch? Be like, your fucking dick.
No, that's kind of aggressive.
Bitches be out here be like, ooh, that's got some weight to it.
That's a little aggressive.
Dense. I've heard that my penis is dense.
Oh, I thought you said your penis had dents.
Nah, dog, it's kind of fucking nasty. I got some shit that I gotta go to the doctor for.
Like, you know, you gotta like, damn man, I keep on wrecking this shit, man. I need to fucking pop them dents out.
Just fucking get the plunger.
Yeah, just stop ASMRing into the mic. Stop ass to mouthing into the mic. Stop. Okay, that was all supposed to be about Cardi B. I say Young Thug now.
At Cardi B.
Stop. That's some wet macaroni in the pot.
That's some macaroni in a pot. That's some wet ass pussy. That's some motherfucking wet ass pussy.
So, I don't want to talk about the Holly Berry thing because
Mike Tyson's getting back in the motherfucking ring.
Oh shit! I do want to talk about that.
Mike Tyson's getting back in the motherfucking ring, dude. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so fucking excited. He stopped smoking weed for this shit, dude. You know that?
I know. I listened to the interview.
You listened to the interview?
I listened to the whole thing.
So we can talk about this.
So we're referencing the Rogan interview. Everything that we're talking about from here was from the Rogan Mike Tyson interview.
I didn't finish, but I watched a decent amount of it.
The last podcast in the old studio, by the way, because right after that it was all new studio shit.
Yes, sir.
So last episode in the old studio. Shouts out to the new Austin studio.
Shouts out to Austin, only 2 hours away from Houston. We support you, Texas. Support your fucking.
You know, Rogan, state. We're not far away if you need us.
Yeah, we be out here. The Zen motherfucking podcast. We be out in this bitch.
Anyways, so
Jack and Thoughts.
We were talking about shouts out Jack and Thoughts. Shouts
2 Ps with a pod.
Shouts out through A and Z.
Shouts out 2 Ps with a pod. Shouts out the Fastcast. All them motherfuckers, dog.
Mike
motherfucking Tyson.
At 50 is coming back against Roy Woods.
At how old?
50.
50? Shit.
I'm gonna keep it a Virgil. He's keeping it a Virgil. But
fuck, bro.
I was talking.
Homeboy said he was in bed for a fucking week.
I was talking. Yeah, after that 30-second
fucking clip of like
of him just
bitch
dominating.
He's just like, motherfucker, just in bed, bro. Imagine.
I was talking to our dad, and he was saying, because I was like, 50's kind of fucking crazy, and I don't know if he's just saying this because he's getting older, but he's like, it's not as old as you think anymore. They're saying 50's the new 35. Is what he was. He was saying. I guess as far as like what people are doing, if you really think about it, like people are still out here.
It's true.
Like people are just really out here now. Like an older, but all this stuff's going to charity,
which is nice. That's
all the money, yeah,
that's really cool. Afterwards, though, Mike, I know you're listening.
Oh yeah,
you gonna open up that ranch, dog?
Speaking of the ranch,
what?
Well, give your thoughts on how you think about this because I'm going to segue into the next thing because
go ahead. I mean, we just think it's cool as fuck. Basically, he's back.
Do you think he's going to win?
Yeah.
You think so? You think he's still going to have that?
Dude, he's still
because he worked so hard to get away from that. So do you think he might have gotten
that DMT thing where your ego leaves only lasts so long?
And I guess what he was saying is it's because it's I guess he needs that. I mean, he'll
probably release his ego again. Is what I'm saying.
I think so.
He's coming in here because people were basically calling him out.
But he also said
essentially is what was happening.
He said this probably isn't going to be the last one. He's saying there's more than likely more to come.
Really?
Yes. So this isn't like a one and done.
Well, shit. I guess we'll see, huh?
In the world, and this isn't even what I was going to say, but in the world of boxing, apparently Logan Paul is trying to fight Floyd Meaweather. Like they presented a contract to his camp and everything.
Well, that's fucking retarded.
Like,
but fucking Floyd's gonna beat his ass.
I mean, but he hasn't been training or anything.
He's been doing this shit since he was 19 years old. That shit doesn't leave. It's like riding a bike.
But you also realize, okay, so let's
if Mike Tyson can come back, then Floyd can come back.
Of course, but let's match them up. Let's look at Floyd Meaweather height and weight.
Height and weight. Stats. Just bring up his fucking stats. He'll tell you everything, like all his numbers and shit.
Okay. So he's 5'8", 150. Okay.
5'8", 150?
Yeah. Mike Tyson's 5'10", 240.
Holy shit.
All right. And so let's see. So that's remember 5'8", 150.
That's a solid amount of muscle.
5'8", 150.
5'8", 150. Okay.
Logan Paul weight and height. Logan Paul.
He's at least 6 feet.
6'2",
oh, shit.
181. So he's got
that fucking weight on
like him. He's not like he's in shape. Like he's a fucking big dude.
He's big as shit.
You know what I mean?
Fuck,
I'm saying like, and he's boxed before he had that other boxing thing with the YouTuber.
You got to think about it. A lot of time. Think about McGregor. McGregor doesn't matter how big the motherfucker is, and we see that. It doesn't matter how big the motherfucker is because McGregor is bigger than Floyd, but skill always wins. What you know, your technique always wins. Think about it from the standpoint of, let's say, jujitsu. Does it matter how big you are? No. But if you can grapple like a motherfucker, you're in. You're solid. You're doing what you got to do, and you're getting the fuck out of there.
So according to somebody said, I guess a British boxer, Connor Ben, was saying that Logan Paul could cause a shock win over Floyd Mayweather by landing one shot. So if he got, because that's the thing, you know,
big as shit.
If Logan's able to land a shot, he might be able to get him. But basically he was saying that he could stun the world by beating Meaweather inside the ring, despite the boxing legend holding an unblemished 50-0 record. The 23-year-old Brit told IFL TV, "Maybe I am not joking. Maybe I think Logan Paul will beat him. What if he does? I mean, what if he does? What if it's one shot that lands?"
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think. Here's the thing. Logan wins in the whole situation. If he loses, it's the same type of thing with Meaweather.
Already uncontrollable.
I mean, it's the same thing with the like Connor.
Okay.
It's like you lose. Okay, now the whole boxing world knows you, and you were up against the great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, he's the great. So it only happens bad if Meaweather loses, right? If Meaweather loses, then you're like, holy shit, I fucking beat the undefeated champion.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't, then whatever, I boxed the heavyweight champion. None of you pussies would have done it. And look at how much money I got because of it. And look at how many eyes I got now. And now all these boxers that are like, anyone who, anytime Floyd, hold on.
The only person that can lose is Meaweather.
Yeah. Anyone who likes boxing and likes Meaweather wants to see Meaweather come back. And if people are like, who the fuck is this guy he's boxing? Logan Paul. Who the fuck is Logan Paul?
Well, everybody knows who the fuck Logan Paul is.
Yes, but not. I mean, think about it. Like the Mexicans who just want to watch boxing, you really think they know who Logan Paul is? Like the old,
I guess you have a point. Yeah.
The old Canelo fans and all that kind of stuff. You really think they know who Logan Paul is?
All the Pacquiao fans.
Yeah, they just boxing fans. And now they're gonna be like, who the fuck's this Logan Paul guy that thinks he can go up against Meaweather?
Big motherfucker.
And then now people just start watching what the fuck he does. You know what I mean?
Me and Logan Paul are real similar. We're both, big ass corn-fed motherfuckers,
No. Did you watch the 6ix9ine interview?
I watched it with you.
No, the Logan one.
I watched it with you.
Oh, you watched parts of it with me.
Yeah, and I thought it was fucking stupid. I was like, he's just referring to himself in the third person.
And I watched a lot of them. I watched that one. I don't know why I did it, but I went into the whole thing. I watched that one, and I watched the Shade Room one, and you start seeing the points.
I fucking hated
it was a part 1.2. It was a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, but I fucking hated the Shade Room one. He's like,
yeah, I know. I didn't like that. It was distracting me.
I know. And I'm like,
I didn't like they weren't social distancing and shit.
Could you stop? Put on a fucking mask. Thank you.
Yeah, anyway. Like I wasn't a fan of the whole energy of that one. But
fuck, dude, I hated that shit.
But yeah, like that. That's what I mean. Like I think it's possible that. I mean, I if it happens, I don't know. If it happens, that's the thing. Is that if it happens, if Meaweather's like, all right, I'll do it. But do you think it's worth it to him?
I don't know. Only one person can lose, and it's Meaweather in this situation.
And I don't think he thinks he'll lose. So I think he's like, whatever. And I don't think anyone thinks he. Like,
I personally don't think he loses, but if he does, then he's fucked. It's over. His career. There you go. He has a perfect record right now. And you're just going to let some fucking YouTuber piece of shit guy come in.
But I don't think it's like for the title. I don't know if it's just like a regular exhibition match. Like, I don't know if it counts.
Still.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it works.
Still, you have to think about the fact that everybody knows. Because Logan Paul's pretty fucking famous. I'll tell you that. He's pretty famous.
Is he?
Yes. He's pretty famous. And he's definitely known. And if this happens, people are just going to know him more. And Meaweather is on such a pedestal. He's up there, He's very famous as well. He can only lose.
That whole ego thing you were talking about with Jake. I mean Logan. Sorry, is that he does have like that white guy privilege. Like anything he does, it just happens. It works for him. And if this happens, he's just gonna be like, man, I can fucking do whatever I want because anytime I want to do something, I can just fucking do it.
Exactly.
That's the kind of shit that, I mean, and if it works like that, it works out that way. It just works out that way, It
happens.
But yeah, I think that's interesting. But let's take a quick break real quick because I'm out of water again. And
then we're gonna fucking piss during the middle of this fucking
podcast. I'm gonna take a piss while I'm at it too. Just, knock it out. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come right back.
All right.
We're back.
We are back.
And I was trying to segue into the other thing because when you were talking about Tyson, something about the ranch, the NFL, I mean, the NBA players are in the bubble right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So think about this. A father, okay, in the bubble.
Are you talking about LeBron?
A father in the bubble.
You talking about LeBron?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have how old are you?
17.
So you have a 15-year-old son.
Me?
No. You're a father.
Hypothetically,
you're LeBron. You're a father.
Uh-huh.
You have a son a little younger than you.
Okay.
You're in the bubble, no in, no out. Okay. You have to do what you got to do. You're literally working.
Okay.
Providing for the family.
Yes.
How do you parent a video surfacing of your son smoking a blunt at 15 surfacing on the internet? And something like we smoking these nuggets tonight or something like that. He's a gamer. He's a part of the FaZe clan.
Fuck.
So
Man,
to getting into this thing, so
one.
Bronny, so it's LeBron James. I think it's like LeBron James Jr. or something like that. Bronny James Jr. There was that video, and he's 15. Because it'd be a little different if he was like, older, if he was kind of like an adult, if it was kind of like, well, then he does what he does. No, he's 15. He's your responsibility right now, and you're having to fucking...
Well, listen. LeBron James lets his kids drink a tiny bit of wine. So they've been taught that substance isn't that bad. Substance and certain types of substances. Obviously, you can't go around doing heroin and shit and ecstasy and all this fucking crazy ass shit, right? But what's really I mean...
But the thing about it is, it's like, I mean...
What's really the pain here? What's really... Is it really hurting him at all?
I think so, because I think...
Well, other than his father's reputation.
Not even that. I mean, your brain's not fully developed yet, and you're altering it when you're that young.
Well, yeah, I understand that. Which is...
But not even the part of that, but just like the scrutiny of a father having to like, how are you supposed to parent that in the fucking bubble you're working?
Yeah.
And he'd been asked before, like, why don't you bring your kids to the bubble? He's like, there's nothing to do here. I don't really think it's a kid-friendly place, to be honest. But now it's like the world. He's out in the world, and you're stuck in this bubble trying to fucking play basketball, shoot hoops and shit.
Shooting hoops with the homies, all he's doing.
Apparently, he hasn't been like living up to his expectations either, as far as like what people wanted for him in like he's averaging like 6.8 a game. I mean, he's a freshman in high school though. He's 15. And when you have like LeBron James as the person who is like you're compared to or having to basically hold the flame to, it's fucking
difficult
as shit. But I mean, yeah, I was seeing about that, and I think that's like, damn, like, do you try to bounce out the bubble to go fucking handle this, or what do you do? I mean, what's gonna happen? What can you really do right now? Find the dealer. You know what I mean? Like,
that's just a really difficult situation. That's just something that, like, what do you do? That's a personal situation that
and that all really just depends on their personal views on it. When you on what LeBron feels about it. I mean, and I know he always has to play the political game as far as like all this. So he has to like, I'm interested to see what he's gonna respond. I had just seen, apparently he had just like did this really sad video, kind of like harmonicaing.
Who?
LeBron James.
What the fuck?
I don't know, some chilling harmonica video that he posted on his story the day after.
Don't quit your day job, dog. Just stick to fucking basketball. Don't quit playing the fucking harmonica.
Are you telling him to shut up and dribble? Is that what I'm hearing?
Shut up and dribble, you motherfucker.
Is that what I'm hearing? Hold on. You're saying that a black man who is the leader of the NBA right now and what this movement is that they're really trying to push, are you telling him to shut up and dribble? That's what I'm hearing.
I'm telling him to quit playing the fucking harmonica, because that's all I'm saying. Go ahead and talk about civil rights. I encourage it. Play basketball. I mean, shit, why didn't he come out with like everybody was like protesting with their jerseys, right? Why wasn't he?
I think he thinks it was performative. I mean, there's back and forth. I don't know.
But
part of it too. Part of it too. Part of it too.
I'm gonna put it how Schulte did. Think about it. This year has been fucking insane, right? Yes or yes?
Mm-hmm.
So you have this picture of LeBron James in a Black Lives Matter jersey, dunking on a motherfucking white boy.
No, it would be hard.
That would
but at the same time, but does it also
that same year wins a fucking championship? Think about it. Really?
It'd be hard. It'd be hard.
Be some shit, huh? That'd be some crazy ass shit. Be like, it's just like, that'd be fucking iconic. It'd be iconic. You have the Jordan dunk, right? You know, it's on the fucking shoe. You've got iconic pictures of people doing, you know, you got the Ali picture after, you know, first minute, first round, right?
Yeah.
So that would make him more of an icon than he already is. Because he's already an iconic player. He's already being compared to Jordan, which he's not as good as Jordan. Let's admit that. But
Were you playing Swing Star on my phone?
He's one of the greats.
Were you playing Swing Star on my phone?
He's one of the greats.
You probably had to even re-download. You probably had to like, I haven't played in so long. You probably had to like press the cloud and wait for it to load, didn't you?
So he's one of
Did you or did you not play Swing Star on my phone?
So he's one of the greats, right? And he's on the top 10 NBA players of all time, right?
I'll put him in top 5.
You put him in top 5?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I'm not a biggest basketball like connoisseur, so I don't really like, you know what I mean? But if we're talking general, we're putting it like Jordan, LeBron, Kobe.
Yeah, so he's up there. Is basically what I'm trying to say. He's very well up there. So, I mean,
you were playing Swing Star on my phone, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
You piece of shit.
Well, shit.
And on the sports thing, I mean, yeah, we to wrap that up, I think that's a family ordeal, of course, and it's just depending on how they personally feel. It's just kind of mad wild that you're having to deal with that shit in the midst of the bubble.
That's fucking insane, dude.
But
I personally wouldn't know what to do.
So we let Hopkins go.
Fuck that
from the Texans.
Fuck Bill O'Brien. He's a fucking idiot, dude.
So
he's
you
a
saw
fucking
the amount,
idiot. Who the fuck made him general manager?
You saw the deal of how much money he got, right?
Yeah, I did. 22 million.
22?
Highest paid non-QB in the league. I think we discussed this a little bit last week.
Now. Was it, I mean, I think by judging by your tone in the beginning, you think it's a mistake, right? You think we should have never let him go. They're literally, because by what I'm seeing, like the Cardinals.
Dude, fuck that. Fuck and shit.
I don't think they have anybody crazy, right? I think they're building their team around Hopkins.
Not terrible.
But I think they're building their team around him.
Well, dude, he's a fucking superstar.
So it's like we literally let him go for them to just be like, all right, like they're putting all this money in because they know right now, I think they know he still has like an injury or something. Like, yeah, I think he's still like not 100% right now. But I think they're basically like, they're playing the long haul. That's the reason they did the deal. Exactly. That's the reason they paid so much money. And now they're really trying to build this whole thing around him. And then guess what? He's going to fucking come and win a Super Bowl on us. Like every fucking person that we lose does.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we let him go and we're like, oh, they're not right for our team. And then they go to another team and win a fucking Super Bowl. That's what it always happens. It's even coaches fucking leave us and then go.
Left us, went to the Broncos next year, won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. But like, I'm telling you, dude, it's the fucking Texans curse. It happens every fucking time we let somebody go.
We need to get over it.
Even Matt Schaub, motherfucker, was getting intercepted every motherfucking game, dog. Every motherfucking game he was beat up. He's fucking shitty, right? Okay. We let him go, goes to the Falcons next year. Falcons, he doesn't perform at all, right? But Falcons go to the fucking Super Bowl. Matt Schaub's part of the Falcons. He's third string. Doesn't fucking matter. Matt Schaub went to the Falcons. They won a fucking Super Bowl. That's what happened.
He went to Super Bowl off a technicality.
Fucking technically, he won a fucking Super Bowl. He has a Super Bowl championship. He's a part of a team that was Super Bowl championship. He's a Super Bowl championship. So what I'm saying is, I'm predicting Cardinals are going to win the fucking champion, or going to win the fucking Super Bowl this year.
I don't know about this year.
It's going to fucking happen, though.
I don't know about this year.
I don't know about this year, but it's going to fucking happen. The Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl eventually because we lost Hopkins.
Isn't there a game today?
I believe so.
Let's look this up real quick because I want to know.
If so, it's going on right now.
Let's look at the schedule. Yep, today at 3:25, Ravens.
We'll see how that goes.
At us. No in-person attendance. Yeah, to wrap this up and we're going to wrap up the episode here.
Yeah.
But
I think it's good. I mean, we got a pretty decent amount of shit covered.
Yeah, just rounding it out, 100%, we fucked up and we continue to fuck up. And I don't know what the answer is. But it needs to fucking change because this is getting ridiculous. I think once we win one Super Bowl, once we finally get our soup, once we get that motherfucking bowl, once we get our ring,
time. I posted the motherfucking frog saying soup time, dog. It's what it is.
It's soup time for real.
Motherfucking soup time.
And once we get that, I think we'll have. I believe
we'll
that's
gain a momentum.
I think we'll be in our bag, and I think we'll gain the confidence of we finally fucking broke it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping, because that's kind of how I felt like happened with the Astros is, in the later part, once they hit that, they're like, oh shit.
Listen, this is how it happens. You win your championship, then you're watching the throne. You got to protect the throne. You got to protect your championship belt, Yeah. That's how it is. And I hope it happens soon.
I really do. I'm fucking getting tired of this. It's getting tiring as fuck being a fan to when they just keep on disappointing us like this, especially in the fucking playoffs. As soon as we get there and get us excited, they're like, we just kidding, we out.
Yeah, pretty much that's how it is, dude. But fuck it. I mean,
but fuck them. So
fuck them. But fuck them.
But fuck it.
But fuck them. But
thank you for listening to the Zen Podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Zen Podcast. I'm Roman.
And we'll see you next time.